At this point, you should have created your or finished your Criterion B. So I'm just going to use a scholar's work to demonstrate this. So basically, this is what was turned in. So all of the things that were used to get to this point. Okay, so we had some practice in Illustrator. We're using the pen tool. You did your mock-ups, got some feedback, and then you have your final color mock-up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, now she has this, and you should have these already saved somewhere, like on your desktop, right? So I'm going to take a screenshot of this, which is Command-Shift-4, and this is what I'm going to use to create my logo. Now, this is her mock-up, her color mock-up, right? So I'm just going to quit out of this. So she's going to use this as her reference, but things are going to change probably when she gets this on the computer. Like she's going to start experimenting more on the computer. So I want you to go ahead and open up Adobe Illustrator. When you get to Adobe Illustrator, click on Create New. Then I would like you to go to Print, and then go ahead. It'll default, I think, to letter. It should. And we're going to change it to inches because we understand inches versus pikas. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and change this to 4 by 4. And we're going to do 4 artboards. So this is square instead of your rectangle normal paper size, a little bit smaller. Everything else is fine. Name it your name, and then logo of me. Logo of me, and create. So now you have 4 artboards. All right, so I'm going to grab the screenshot that I took and place it in Illustrator. Okay, notice how it comes in very big. Okay, so what I'm going to do is make it smaller. But before I do that, what I want you to do is go up to, well, click so that it stays in place, and then go up to Essentials Classic and go ahead and reset Essentials Classic. Okay, so everything kind of looks like mine right now. Then you're going to click to double up your tools. I just find it easier to work with them that way. Okay, now I'm going to go to my selection tool, click on the image, and I want you to go to the corner, any one of the corners, and you need to hold down Shift to keep it proportionate. If I'm not holding Shift, it stretches it. Okay, so be sure to hold Shift, click and drag, and get it to where it is within that space. Okay, so I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller, and there it is. Okay, and then double click. Oh, don't double click. Don't double click. What you're going to do is just click once, because otherwise it goes to a new layer. So you might notice, okay, let me show you. If I double click, see how I have this layer? Okay, I don't want that. And remember, Command Z is your best friend because that's undo. All right, so here's the logo. Now, I'm going to go to my layers, and it is on this layer right here. It's just, we only have one layer, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Create New Layer, and then you notice that here's the image, and it's on layer 1. I'm going to double click here and name it Logo, okay? And then I'm going to lock this layer, okay? So in order to lock it, you just click there and you have a little lock. And remember, the eyeball makes it go away. I mean, just so you can see like what's on your different layers, and then this locks it, okay? So now if I have my move tool, I can't move it around, okay? It's there. Now make sure you work on layer 2, okay? So now I'm going to zoom in. So Command plus, zoom in. Spacebar is the grabber tool to move in a given area. Okay. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with now this is a C. I'm sure that's a C. Okay, so what I'm going to, so I could use an actual C. I could find a C and use that, right? Or I could actually trace the C that has been drawn. Now, as far as the font, I could trace this with the pen tool, or I could find a font, all right? So, but what first I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do this area. So I'm going to go to the pen tool, make sure I'm on the correct version of the pen tool. So this version, I'm going to set my fill to none, make sure I have my stroke color as black, and then I'm going to actually make it a little bit thicker, so 2 points, so I can make sure I see it well. Zoom in a little bit more, move down a little bit, and now I'm going to start tracing, okay? So I click here, just like you did with your templates. Click and drag, click. Now, I don't have to get this perfect because this shape this is one shape. So this area here is one shape, and then the circular part is another shape. So they're going to overlap. So if I do this really messed up, it'll be okay because this circle is going to overlap it. But I'm just going to click, and then now this part has to be good though. Okay, because nothing's overlapping this area. Click and drag. And then if this angle is not working, I can edit this. So I'm just going to go ahead and click and then close the shape. All right, to edit it, I'm going to go here to this direct selection tool, click on the top one, okay? And that allows me to adjust what I just did if I need to make some changes, okay? So that looks pretty good to me. One thing that's kind of cool is if I really like the color that I choose for my mockup, you can go to the eyedropper tool and click, and it'll give you that color right here. And then you can fill it. So I'm going to go to my selection tool, click what I want filled, click on the color's been selected right here. I can click on it, and now I have that done right there. Okay. Okay. Moving on. So I'm just going to zoom out for a second. I'm going to move this up here so it doesn't get in the way and I'm not moving it around. And I'm going to zoom back in, and I'm going to go ahead and create this area. Now we do have our shapes here, so I could go down to the circular tool and I could kind of like create, okay, here looks kind of like that. It's pretty good. And I'm just going to go with that, right? Okay, cool. I'm going to move that over to the side for now. Now I need to create this area. Okay, so I have this part. So this lighter area, I'm going to create another ellipse for the lighter area. Okay, so I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. So I'm just going to try this. I'm going to make it lighter. Okay, so here's where it will go. So it'll go like right here. I'm going to make it a little bit lighter. Okay, so let me just show you. So here's the color. If I double click here, I can change it to be a little bit lighter. Okay, then what I can do is if I don't want the outline, see how there's not a thick black outline, it's just showing some shading. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click to none, and then I'm just going to drag it over to this shape right here. And now I kind of have the background and this. Now I got to go and create these shapes. Super easy. I just go click here, click and drag. And then what I'm going to do, now this is filled with this, and it has none for the stroke. So I'm going to flip-flop that. I'm going to, oh, I got to escape. Remember, you need to hit escape. when you're trying to get rid of that extra part. Except I can't see my escape because I'm recording. Okay, so I will just click here and then we're good. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I can adjust it, remember? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it thicker. So, got to go to my selection tool so I have the whole thing selected as one image. I'm going to move it over here. And now I'm going to change the stroke to, let's try 6. Okay. Now, if I don't like the looks of this, if this just doesn't look quite right, I can trace this as a shape instead of using a line because it looks kind of different that way. It looks like, I don't really like those edges. This is what happens. This will happen. It'll kind of, everything will fade if you go into a layer. So just know that that's what's happening there. Okay, so if I wanted to make it a shape, again, I would go to my pen tool, click and drag. Click and drag. Again, I can't really see what I'm doing very well right now because I have a fill. So I'm going to flip-flop those, and now I can see a little bit better. So that looks a little bit more like what the color mock-up looked like. Now I got to change the color, right? So what I can do is I can, again, actually what you'll do is you'll select what you want, right? That item. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go over to your color and click. Now notice it added the outline as well. So it's copying not only the color, but the outline. So if you do that, then you're going to have to make sure you just get rid of that outline. Okay, so now I have this and this. Okay, and you continue doing this, okay? So the next video, I'm going to have this all done, and then I'm going to show you how I would go about doing the typography in this case.